Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Sunday, January 2nd, 2022. Today's puzzle has a title. It's called Color Mixing. Alright, let's get started. One across. Game option represented by a flat palm. Game option. Maybe that's paper if you're playing rock, paper, scissors. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can build off of that. 2024 Olympics host. I don't think I know where this is. I wonder if it's going to be Paris. That would fit. Deal maker. Maybe that could be an agent. Christopher Street Day celebration. Hey, this was on yesterday's puzzle too. I think this is going to be the Pride Parade. Very nice. Excellent to see that 2 days in a row, even if it's not until June. All right, still for a poet. Maybe that's een, like even so, still. Is that right? I'm not 100% sure on that one. Outlet store, come on. Maybe it's going to be like reduced price. It's going to be some kind of sale, probably. What's this across here? Not clash. It could be agree. Maybe it is een here. State in which Parks and Recreation is set, abbreviated. Yeah, that was Indiana, right? Pawnee, Indiana. All right, I think we have enough of Paris here to feel confident enough to put that in. And let's get this across here if we can. Employee on an airline or a cruise ship. Is that going to be a steward? I wonder. Let's go ahead and put in that N here too. And then let's look at this first really long across here. I wonder if this is going to be our first instance of color mixing. Cerise and lavender equals certain baby animals. Oh my god. Is cerise a color? I feel like maybe it is. Cerise and lavender. Okay, maybe this is going to be about blending colors together, and that'll give you another color name, which is also certain baby animals. It almost looks like it's going to be reindeer something. Could it be like reindeer foals? I don't really understand how those could be a color unless we're just blending the letters in the names of the two colors. Ooh, I wonder if that's what's going to be happening. Yeah, reindeer something. I think I see the letters for reindeer in here. Let's go ahead and put that in. What does that leave us with? There's a V, a C, an S, an A. This is hard to do on the fly here. Maybe it's calves? Yeah, I think that's maybe what it is. Reindeer calves. Ooh, that's fantastic. So we're not actually blending the colors, we're just blending the letters. What a creative theme. I love this. Okay. All right, I'm excited to get to the next one. Let's keep building off of reindeer calves, though. Do we have enough here to get this? Maybe it's a red tag sail? Yeah, that's like a big sail, right? Prefix with centric or vision. Could it be Eurocentric? Eurovision? Yeah, that's a television show, right? Where they play music? That one's a little bit out of my ken. Okay. Pull some strings, maybe. And this is wordplay, so this is not about trying to gain influence through your connections. I wonder if this is going to be about tuning a guitar, that kind of string. It could be tune, right? Maybe before you go on Eurovision, yeah. Okay, stave off could be fend off. Miffed? If you're miffed, you're angry. Maybe this could be sore, yeah. Front lines, and this is more wordplay. So it's not going to be about the front in a war. I'm not sure what the pun here is going to be about. It's got to be about some kind of line that's literally at the front of something. Fantasy creature whose name is an anagram of another fantasy creature. Is it orc? Oh yeah, that would anagram into a rock, right? That's a fantasy bird. Oh wait, which one is it going to be? I think SR is unlikely, so it's going to be an orc, I think. Yeah, there we go. Rural setting. That could be a lea, like a beautiful green pasture. What's the point of leatherwork? And this is more wordplay. I think we're going to be talking about a literal point, as in an awl, a hole punching tool. Singer with the 2016 #1 album, A Seat at the Table. Is that going to be Solange? That's Beyonce's sister, right? Okay, so maybe this is going to be a foreword. That's great. It's lines at the front of a book. Very nice. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get some of these downs here. Newcomer. That could be a novice, maybe. Artist El Blanc. That's El Greco, the Greek-born Spanish artist. The motor industry's Titanic, per a 1994 book. They have to be talking about the Edsel here. That was the big flop that Ford released. Yeah. Okay, what is this? Ice? Clinches? I think this could be ices. You hear that in a sports context a lot. If you clinch a playoff berth, sometimes people describe that as icing a playoff berth. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, we've got another color mixing here. Coral and gold equal pet store purchase. Okay. Is it going to be a collie? No, it's not. We don't have an I or an E. I'm not sure about this one. What is that going to be? Is it going to be a dog of some kind? We do have dog in gold here. Let's get a little bit more crossing help. Lost traction while driving over. Maybe it's slid on? Yeah. This really isn't a collie? Is it a collar? Oh, it's not going to be an animal, is it? Oh man, that was tricky. Okay, I think this is going to be a collar. And then what does that leave us with? A G? Oh, it's going to be a dog collar, right? Okay, there we go. It was about dogs after all. All right, let's try and build off of our dog collar here. 3/4 and 7/8, for example. I think this is being tricky. These look like fractions, but I think they're actually dates. I think this is March 4th and July 8th. And those would be examples of dates, right? That's a very nice and tricky clue there. Done could be over. Hound sound, that's appropriate, coming off of dog collar. Is it going to be grr? Is the hound growling at someone? What's this across here? Quarterback who holds the NFL record for most consecutive games started. 297. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's got to be Brett Favre. Yeah, so maybe it is growling. Taylor, maybe. That could be alter. Let's go over here. Sinuous dance that emulates a creature? Sinuous. Is this going to be the name of that creature, the dance name? Blank stick is a pogo stick. Train set. Is it cars? On a train, you have a set of cars, right? Okay, so maybe this is going to be the worm. Oh yeah, that's when someone kind of undulates on the ground, right? In like a wave pattern. That's crazy. Okay. Wood in some incense. Is that going to be cedar? I love the smell of cedar. Is this going to be another theme answer? Let's hope so. Yeah, amber plus green equals imported brew. Imported brew. It's starting to look like German beer, right? Very nice. Okay. German beer. This is kind of funny too, because when you think about like Beck's maybe, The beer itself could be amber and the bottle would be green, right? That's really interesting. Coral and gold. I wonder if you could think of the dog collar as being coral and gold also. Like the collar part would be coral and the name tag would be gold. Yeah. Does that work with reindeer calves too? I'm not sure. A reindeer calf, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one, but these two are very interesting that the colors kind of work with the answer as well as like a secondary clue. That's fascinating. Let's keep that in mind for the next one. Talent. Is this about having a talent for something? Blank B. Wells Society for Investigative Reporting. Well, Ida B. Wells was a journalist, so that makes sense. Bottle flipping in the mid-2010s, e.g., that would be an example of a fad, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a gift, a talent. Yeah, you're gifted. Okay. Bow or bonsai, those are both trees. A bunch could be lots? No, that's too short. Bring down. Bring down. Is this about making someone sad? Could that be a base? Ooh, that's very seriously bringing someone down. Took off could be flew. A bunch. Par for the course. That could be normal, maybe? Yeah. I'm not sure about this one. Hospital settings briefly. That should be ERs. This looks like there's something wrong here. Is it not a sale? A bunch. It's not loads? Is flew wrong? Took off. Oh yeah, this is going to be fled. Oh, that was tricky to see. Oh my god, okay. So this is going to be loads. I think this is going to be a base. That's seriously degrading someone, yeah. It's about the most serious kind of bringing down you can do. Okay, let's look at our next theme answer here. Lime and magenta equal visualization. Okay. Is this going to be mental something? We're starting with ME. I think we have the letters for that. Let's put in mental. Okay, so that's MENTAL. So we have IMEGA, right? Maybe that's mental image. Oof, boy, it is really tricky to anagram on the fly. Okay, I don't think a mental image is necessarily lime and magenta. It could be though. All right, twangy as a singer. Is that going to be nasal maybe? Us, it, or her. Ooh, I think this is being tricky too. These all definitely make you think of pronouns, right? But they're also all names for movies. Us and it are both horror movies, and her is kind of a sci-fi romance. Yeah, I think these are all an example of a title. I love that clue. That is so tricky. Actor Gallagher. Ooh, I don't know if I know this person. High on marijuana in slang. I wonder if I know this term. Grinding tooth? That's got to be a molar. Blank to go? I think I need more help on this one. Final Fantasy character who shares his name with a US city. Do I know this? Is it Reno? I haven't played that many Final Fantasy games, so it could be, and maybe I just don't know this character. Truth blank should be truth serum. Young at heart persona? This is so funny. This is not young at heart. This is definitely wordplay. I think this has to be about the psychoanalyst Carl Jung. I think his first name was Carl. Didn't he believe in anima? I'm not super clear on his philosophy, but I believe he talked about anima in some of his writing. Let's see if that works here. One named singer with the album Lovers Rock. Yeah, I think that's going to be Sade. It is looking like Reno here. Is this our next theme answer? Let's see. Pear and Crimson equals fighting group. Okay. So this is kind of a green and a red color. Pear and Crimson. Is this going to be like a superhero fighting group? IN, but there's no G. That's very interesting. MRIN. Okay, those are all there. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Poster board, and this is more wordplay, so this is not about the poster board you would buy to do a science project. Poster board. I wonder if it's going to be about like an online board. Yeah, like a forum where you could make posts. Nice, that's very tricky. Maybe this is rarin to go, very informally without the G. This is looking like it's going to be Aiden. I have no idea. I don't think I know this one. Is this going to be Marine? Oh, that kind of fighting group. I was thinking it was going to be like a dojo or something. But yeah, it must be about Marines. Is it Marine Corps? Yeah, definitely. Okay. CORPS, right? Yeah, we've got that P. Okay, I think that's right. Let's see if we can finish off this corner here. Homophone of the sum of this clue's numbers digits. Okay, so that's 3 plus 5. That would be 8. And a homophone of 8 would be 8, I guess. Yeah, very nice. You're on, an equivalent phrase. It seems like it should start with it's. I'm not sure how it's going to end. Ne'er-do-wells. These are people that are up to no good. I'm not sure. Nwodem of SNL. Ooh, I don't think I know this person. Let's get some crossing help. Disney Queen. I think this is going to be Elsa, probably. Said without saying. Said without saying. I'm not sure about that one. Keep from sticking, say. What kind of sticking? Like glue? Wait for it, singer in Hamilton. I still have not seen Hamilton. It's looking like it might be Aaron Burr, though. Yeah, that name fits in very nicely. Maybe get at or got at? Could that be? Could this be a T? Got ready for guests in a way. Maybe that could be tidied up. Nice, yeah. I guess this is about like intimating something. Got at, yeah. God sometimes depicted with green skin. Ooh, I don't know if I know this one. Sometimes. Chip away at. That could be erode, maybe? Yeah. Ne'er-do-wells? Is this losers? I guess maybe. Keep from sticking. Oh, is it stir? Oh, like you would like batter, maybe? Yeah, okay. Is this Osiris? And then this is ego. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I've seen this person on SNL yet. Okay. Veto could be Knicks. Volleyball teams, e.g., could be sextets, maybe? Groups of 6 people. Okay. Maybe this is It's a Bet. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Lipstick choice could be nude. A natural color. Okay. Who says that I did love thee, Caesar? Oh, 'tis true. Is this from the Shakespeare play? I wonder if that's Mark Antony. Let's try that. Sachet say could be strut, yeah. Chemistry for one, abbreviated. I guess that's a science. Come out could be emerge. And what is this min here? Max's opposite. Yeah, I guess that would be a minimum. Subject of some collegiate bragging. Would that be your GPA maybe? I guess you could brag about your GPA. Way to go. Is this going to be like a route of some kind? I'm not sure about this one. Parts of many gaming rigs. Parts of many. So it's not going to be in all gaming rigs? It's probably plural here. Let's look at this next theme answer. Rust and scarlet equals celestial group. Is it going to be stars? Ooh, it looks like it ends in star singular. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to begin. Let's try and get a little bit more crossing help here. Distressed? This is interesting. Distressed. Is this about being insulted? Or maybe it's about not having hair? Because tresses are hair, right? So if you're distressed, you wouldn't have hair. And that would be bald. That's a really funny clue. This looks weird. Fadad? This should probably be faded, right? I mean, I've never heard that before, but it makes sense. And then I guess it would be good because it's asking for a group and star would be singular. So, if this ends in S-T-E-R, I'm not sure. What's this down here? Vessels hunted by K-ships? I'm not 100% sure what K-ships are, but I'm going to guess this is U-boats. It's probably a World War II thing. Yeah. Okay, so this is looking like cluster, right? So this is PCs, parts of many gaming rigs. I guess the PC would be a pretty important part, yeah. I guess you could have like a keyboard and mouse. That would count as part of the gaming rig, I guess. Yeah, but the PC is the main part. Okay, so we have cluster. All right, we have an A. I wonder if it's just going to be a star cluster. Yeah, I think so. I didn't do the math, but that looks pretty good. Okay, so maybe this is egress? Yeah, as opposed to ingress. Egress is a way to get out of something. It's a way to go, to leave. It's a very clever clue. I really like that. In a bundle as documents. Is it just stacked? I don't know. Or maybe it's stapled. Is that better? It might be. I'm actually not sure. Wasn't straight? Is this about not being a straight shooter? Maybe it's told a lie? That's another really nice clue answer pair there. I like those two. Culinary phrase after pollo or scallopine. I have a feeling I'm not going to know this. Let's just do these acrosses here. Plot problems? That should be holes, right? So it's not either of the options we were thinking. In a bundle, maybe it's sheaved? Ooh, I don't know about that. Let's see if we can confirm that. A ways. A ways. A ways? I'm having trouble parsing this clue. Is it like a ways away? Like kind of far? Yeah, maybe this is sheafed instead of a V. And this could be far. That's a tricky clue. There's not a lot of information there. Yeah. 2019 space film. That's definitely Ad Astra. That had Brad Pitt in it. Plantings lining the literary walk in Central Park. That has to be elms. Fisher of 2018's 8th grade. Ooh, I don't think I know what this is. I don't think I've heard of 8th grade before. Nappy is to UK as blank is to the US. I think in the UK a nappy is a diaper. Yeah. Okay. African antelope. Oh man. I know I've seen this before. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember this. I have seen it on a grid a couple of times. Modern checkout device. Is it like a scanner of some kind? I don't know. That's it. An equivalent phrase. So this is like pinpointing something? I don't know. Map lines abbreviated. Is the answer here going to be plural? They're asking for lines. Is it routes like that? I wonder. Throws in could be ads, yeah. Is it an iPad? Yeah, a lot of businesses do have iPads as their checkout device, yeah. Let's try that. Boy, is it Ellie? Oh no, I'm not gonna know this. It's not El Marinara, right? That's too long. Boy, hopefully my memory will come back to me and I'll remember this antelope. Maybe if we can get this one letter here, that'll help. Yeah. Let's try and build back down to it. 4. That could be pro, maybe? And this is pole, skier's accessory. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, we have another color mixing here. Teal plus ochre equals breakfast option. Okay. What is this gonna be? It's not potato. There's no P. It's definitely not about cereal. Maybe this is just the end. That's it. Yeah. And then this is hot something. H-O-T. Is it cereal? Is it hot cereal? Oh, it was about cereal after all. That's so funny. Okay, great. Oh my god. I don't know if this is gonna ring a bell. This has to be an L, right? Ellie? Al Marlana? I don't think this is an N, actually. You know what? Let's come back to this. Let's finish in this corner. We might have to run the alphabet on one or both of these squares here. Car model name made entirely of Roman numerals. Oh, that's interesting. Is this Civic? Yeah. It doesn't actually add up to a sensible Roman number, but yeah. 100, 1, 5, 1, 100. Nice, okay. One towering over the rest of the field. And this is wordplay, so this is not about like a really great scientist or something. I think this is going to be a silo because that towers over a farm field, right? I really like that. That's a funny clue. Novelist Ferrante. I don't think I know this one. Heavy footwear choice. Heavy. I don't know. Let's try and work back up through this section. Film director blank Isaac Chung. I don't think I know this person either. Doner kebab bread. I guess that's a pita. Okay. Element in many henna designs. They're kind of floral, right? Is it going to be a petal, maybe? Daughter in the comic strip Foxtrot. It's been a long time since I've read the funny pages. If this is a P, I guess it could be page. Let's see if this is an A. I'm in heaven sounds. Ooh. I guess that's like spa sounds. The question is if this is an A or an H. I'm not sure. Progressive alternative. Progressive is a insurance company, so maybe this is Geico? Yeah, this is really looking like page. Let's put that in. And then this could be petal. Is this peace? That looks pretty good. Cream plus peach equals nonviolent protest. Yeah. Is that a peace march? M-A-R-C-H. Yeah, that's looking really good. Let's put in peace march. Very nice. Go astray could be err. You're still talking. And this is a bracket clue. A bracket and an equivalent phrase. So this is going to be a nonverbal way to express you're still talking. Maybe that's yawn. Oh my God. That's so passive aggressive. That's so funny. Okay. Total. Maybe that could be wreck, like a car if you total your car. One arranging for flood insurance. And this is wordplay. This is not going to be about Geico. Yeah, I think this is going to be someone in the Bible arranging for flood insurance. That would be Noah. Okay. Herc could stop a show, point him at a monster, and you're talking blank. Lyric in Disney's Hercules. It's got to rhyme with show. And you're talking bro? Maybe? Point him at a monster and you're talking bro. I guess it could be. Is this a B? One's doing stellar work. I would really want this to be about astronomers. Yeah, and that fits. I think it has to be right. Okay, so that means, I guess maybe wreck is actually wrong? Is that right? Cha-chan tang serving. I guess it could be T. And you're talking SRO. Is it really SRO, standing room only? Did they make a reference to standing room only in a Disney movie? Herc could stop a show. It does rhyme, and it's kind of clever that they're matching SRO with the word show, like a musical show. Wow, that's crazy. Those Disney lyricists, they're pretty good. All right, let's keep going. No injuries here, an equivalent phrase. Maybe that's I'm okay. Latin 101 word. I think it's going to be the word for love. I'm not sure which like conjugation they're going to use. I think amat is one of them. It's like amo, amat. Let's see if that's right. Devotee informally. Is that going to be a stan? That's great. It's a very modern word. Okay. Payment sent. That's going to be a remittance. Let's see if I can spell this. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Absolves. Absolves. So it's present tense. How is this going to end? Is it something out? Is it gets out? Maybe it's amas. Yeah, that seems okay too. Maybe it's lets out? That doesn't feel right either. Evening in Italy. Don't they say buona sera for evening? Yeah. Of the flock. Okay, I think they're talking about a religious flock. Like Noah, yeah. I think this is going to be laic. Yeah, that means you're not part of the priesthood. You're part of the congregation. That's a very tricky word there. Maybe it's lets off instead of lets out. That could be. Let's see if we can build off of that. Cross swords. Yeah, that could be fence. Sooty channels. I guess that could be flues. That's a good post-Christmas clue there. Okay, Mel Gidrock, co-host of the Great British Bake Off. Yeah, I've never watched that. I know it's a super popular show, though. Okay, let's get this bottom corner while we're here. Goddess who turned Picus into a woodpecker. I have no idea, but I guess it's Circe? Yeah, that's quite a power there. Okay. Takes the edge off. Is that eases, maybe? And then what's this? Rapper known offstage as Mathangi Arulpragasam. I don't really know. Is it Mia, maybe? Let's see if this is an M here. Mauve and tangerine equal restaurant handout. It has to be a menu, right? Okay, it starts with a V. It's not a Victorian menu, right? No, I don't think so. Well, there's a G in it. I don't know. This one's a little too hard to anagram on the fly. Let's get a little bit more crossing help here. Yeah, we didn't have any luck with those. Can we maybe get these? Actress Rooney. There's a Rooney Mara, right? Okay. Diagnostic scans for short. I think that should be MRIs. I wonder if we can get these long acrosses here. Frenzied. In a panic, maybe? Ooh, that would be really good. Okay. Unbelievable rumors. I don't know about that. Maybe we can get these short downs now that we have something to start with. Clean Energy Group. That should be the EPA. Stuff in cigarettes, but not e-cigarettes. I guess that would be tar, maybe? Is there more? An equivalent phrase? I guess it should just be and. We have very passive-aggressive equivalent phrases today. We have and yawn. Okay, so maybe this is a canard. Canards, yeah, unbelievable rumors. Is this Elena? Oh, is this going to be a vegetarian menu? That makes me so happy to see. That's fantastic. I love that we get a shout out on the last theme answer. Mauve and tangerine. I don't know if that would necessarily indicate a vegetarian menu. Maybe tangerine could be carrot colored. Yeah. Okay, what's this down again? Oh, this is a brogan, right? Isn't that like a big boot? Oh my God, what a word. Okay. And then B's in math. Is that going to be betas? Yeah, like the Greek letter beta. Very tricky. Okay. Oh, right. And this was the film director. Many an art print briefly. Okay, I think this has to be litho for lithograph. And that gives us Lee Isaac Chung. I think this person has shown up before. Yeah, and now we have to struggle with this. I'm not sure what to put here. I guess this could be an S, Elsie, El Marsala, maybe? Ooh, yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. I think that's a pretty solid guess. Let's go ahead and guess that. Let's put in Elsie Fisher, and then this is going to be an Elint. I believe I have seen that before. Yeah, that's ringing the faintest of bells in my mind. All right, let's go ahead and throw this L in there and hope that that does it for us. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, we do have something wrong. All right, let me try and track it down and I'll come back to you when I find it. Oh, you know what? I think this isn't an Elint. I think it's an Eland with a D at the end. And then this isn't Roots, it's Roads. Yeah, because Root is abbreviated RTE. I did think that was a little weird. I'm glad that wasn't what it was. Okay, so let's put in Roads and see if that will in fact do it for us. Excellent. A Sunday puzzle in 51 minutes. That seems to be right around on target for us for a Sunday puzzle. I really loved this color mixing theme. Yeah, that was some fun anagramming. So what did we end up with for our blended colors here? We ended up with reindeer calves, dog collar, German beer, and that actually matched the colors in the clue, which I thought was so cool. Dog collar kind of did that too. It seems like those were the only two that worked that way, but it's pretty cool that even two of them were like that. If you noticed any more, let me know in the comments. We also had Marine Corps here. I guess pear could be like a green color, maybe on the camo. I don't know. Mental Image, Lime and Magenta, Star Cluster, Peace March, Cream and Peach both seem like kind of peaceful colors. We had hot cereal, and of course the fantastic vegetarian menu to finish us off. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's the perfect Sunday theme. It's kind of a laid-back activity. You get to do a little bit of anagramming. You can take your time. Yeah, I loved that one. I thought the cluing on the rest of the fill was really good too. We had some really good wordplay on this puzzle. I thought this was a very good wordplay clue for forward, front lines. There was also pull some strings for tune. That's very clever. Forum was pretty nice for poster board. Yeah, that's a very modern pun. And then I really loved this clue for bald. It wasn't necessarily wordplay, but yeah, you kind of had to logically think your way through it. I really appreciated that. And then silo was pretty good too, towering over the rest of the field, the farm field. I loved seeing Pride Parade again. That was nice to see 2 days in a row. I also really liked the words remittance and brogan. Those are both really spicy pieces of fill. I also really liked the very ambiguous clue for egress, way to go. That could go about a million different ways, but it was literally about going. They gave you that little hint. I really love that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed solving that Sunday puzzle full of color mixing as much as I did. I think it's time to pick something off of the vegetarian menu, grab a German beer, and kick back and relax for a little while. I'm going to be coming back at you tomorrow for the nice, easy Monday puzzle, and I think that's going to do it for now. All right, I'll see you next time.